Bluetooth speakers are amazing. To think that this small device outputs clear loud sound with bass, wirelessly connects to your phone and has a rechargeable battery making it portable is just incredible. But over the years I've had a tough time finding the perfect portable speaker to suit my needs. My criteria was as follows. First off, it had to have excellent sound quality, of course. Secondly, it had to be a speaker that could be used anywhere, especially outdoors. Third, it had to have great battery life, because a portable speaker isn't worth anything if it only lasts for 30 minutes. And lastly, it had to have convenient features that complement the speaker. I started off purchasing the UE Boom, the original one. It had a pretty rugged design, which meant it could be used anywhere. It had excellent features like the ability to pair two speakers together and turn the speaker on and off remotely. But unfortunately, the sound quality wasn't that great and the battery drained very quickly, especially at full volume. So I sold it and moved on to the Bose SoundLink 3. The Bose had excellent sound with rich bass and clear highs, and the battery definitely lasted a while. But it was very basic in its feature set. No connecting two speakers together, no phone app, it didn't even charge over USB. Lastly, it was made out of aluminum and plastic, which is pretty strong, but outside it would just get scratched, so I sold it too. And all this led me up to this speaker, the JBL Charge 3, which I got about a year ago, and trust me, after 2 Bluetooth speakers and countless hours online, this is the speaker that perfectly balances all my criteria. So let's go over it now. The Charge 3 isn't tiny, but it is very manageable, and can easily fit in a backpack or a bag. It has a very unique shape which contributes to its speaker placement. On the front it has 2 regular drivers, while on the sides are 2 bass radiators, which are very big compared to other speakers in this class. We'll talk about them later when we get to sound quality. On the bottom is a flat foot, which allows it to stay upright. Unlike the JBL Flip series, this speaker was meant to lay on its side. On the back is a big rubber flap which hides a micro USB charging port, 3.5mm aux jack, and a full-size USB. More on that later. Up top are all the buttons and controls. They're all rubbery and clicky and don't wear easily. As you can see, everything is sealed nicely, and that's because the speaker is IPX7 waterproof. That's right, it's fully submergible up to 1 meter. This means it's great for outdoor use, so that's the first check. On to sound quality. Now, I'm going to be straight up with you, the Bose did sound better than the Charge 3. It had clearer highs and a bit deeper bass. But now that I have that out of the way, we can take a look at the speaker on its own. For its size, it has incredible sound. The 2 bass radiators give it a deep rumbling bass that's very surprising the first time you hear it. Seriously, you just don't expect bass like that to come out of a unit this small. The mids are more present than I'd usually like, but the highs have just enough sparkle to make them seem balanced with the rest of the sound. When the speaker's played at about 70%, the DSP kicks in to allow maximum sound output. This causes the bass to become lower than the mids and highs. It's not completely absent, but you can clearly hear it getting quieter. The good thing is that even at full volume, sound never becomes distorted. At full volume, this speaker has the capacity to fill a medium-sized room, which is impressive. Now yes, the Bose had better sound overall, but considering this has more layers between the drivers and the outside to make it rugged, and that it's waterproof, both features that the Bose never had, this speaker sounds amazing. So overall, sound is a win. JBL have incorporated a number of awesome features that really make it a league above other speakers. First off, you can connect up to 3 devices simultaneously to the speaker, at a range of up to 10 meters, and yeah, that range holds up really nicely. When one device plays, it takes control of the speaker. The buttons on top control play and pause with one press, and you can skip a track with a double press. But sadly you can't go back to a previous track, so you can only go forwards. You can also long press for Siri or Google Assistant depending if you're on iOS or Android. Another useful feature is the built-in speakerphone, so you can answer phone calls while connected. It has a microphone built in which does a decent job picking up voices, but nothing spectacular. Lastly, the speaker has the ability to hook up to other JBL speakers using JBL Connect. Pressing the JBL Connect button once on each speaker pairs them together, and allows the speakers to create either stereo sound or both can play the same track simultaneously, which is called Party Play. The Charge 3 is also compatible with JBL Connect Plus, which allows up to 100 speakers to be connected together. With all these great features and lots of other little things, the JBL Charge 3 is definitely more than just a simple Bluetooth speaker. Finally, we reach the last point, battery life. So how is it? Well, better than you might think. JBL advertises 20 hours of use, and I'd have to agree, if you play at around 50% volume. Playing above that cuts the battery life to about 14 hours at 70% and about 5 hours at full volume, which is actually really good. The speaker has a 6000 mAh battery, which combined with the back USB port allows you to charge your smartphone using the internal battery. Of course, this cuts down on actual usage time of the speaker, but it's a very handy feature when you need backup power. Charging this large battery takes about 4.5 hours, so best to do it overnight. You can also charge the speaker while using it, which really helps when you forgot to charge it. In total, battery life holds up very well. It can definitely last a full day of music playback. So as you can see, I really like the speaker. It strikes the perfect balance of sound quality, build, features, and battery life. I can take the speaker anywhere and not be worried if it'll get damaged or wet. And the sound quality is almost perfect, definitely above other rugged outdoor speakers. The disadvantages are minor, but one thing I hope for in the next version is more balanced sound, with crisper highs and lower lows. And if the Flip 4 is any indication of progress, the next version should improve on this aspect of the speaker. But other than that, at an average price of £120, this checks all the right boxes to make an excellent speaker in almost any situation you need to pump up the volume.